Hello. Um, how is everyone tonight? So I've been out connecting, and I've just got home, and of course I can't find my recording equipment. It seems to have disappeared, which is one of the the things that sometimes happens when you live in a house of teenagers and young adults. So my topic tonight, which is about anger and the fragility of connection. So the evening that I so noticed that that's a bit better with the reflection in my eyes. I had a really good time at networking meeting I've just come back from. Met some lovely people, and the host did a great job with connecting things for people. He connected the speakers by doing a short introduction. He linked the speakers by talking about what someone had just talked about and what someone was going to talk about. And in little ways throughout the event, he put those little connections in, which gave it such a welcoming feel, and spoke very lovely about everyone, and his passion for the networking connection really came through. So I'm going to put a shout out to him in my comments and tag him in this. So great job, Dale. So where does the fragility come in? Well, as I was leaving the car park of where the event was, I was waiting to turn left, and in the car park the left hand turn's a little tricky. You actually have to turn really wide to not hit the curb, and there was a car on the other side, and it looked like he was waiting for me patiently, and I'm thinking, oh, that's good. And as I turned and drove past him, he had his window down, and he was yelling and swearing at me, and he was in a real state. So there weren't that many cars around. It wasn't a super busy time of the day. I have no idea why he was so angry. He obviously thought I was doing the wrong thing. But to be that angry, I think he was probably carrying some other stresses through that he was bringing into our interaction. So my immediate response and feeling from this was, that's not nice. It made me feel pretty crappy, actually, really. So I noticed it, and I just kind of let it go, which is something I practice all the time. But it was unfortunate, and it made me think about how when we get really angry with someone, what destructive potential that has. And we all get angry. I get angry. It's not very often I yell abuse at strangers, although I've been known to lose my cool when I was younger and do some quite bizarre things, like throw someone's car keys away in a car park. Much younger, totally different circumstances. But anger really hurts. It's really harmful. And when we do get angry, it's really important to be able to pick that up and build some bridges, do some repairing, say you're sorry, ask for forgiveness, forgive yourself. Because if there's none of that, if the anger's just there and it's not followed up by anything, it just festers. It just sits there and builds upon anger. It's one thing getting random abuse by a stranger, but if it's something that's happening to you or within you in a regular time, kind of indicates you've really lost your connection, and you're harming connections with those around you. So if that's you, I recommend getting some help. But definitely practicing saying, God, I'm so sorry I lost my shit. It was all my fault. And this is how I'm going to not do it again. A couple of other tips with anger. As I said, anger, when it gets to that point, it's generally a build-up of frustrations and things you haven't dealt with, and working on your self-awareness of what's going on for you, being honest with your feelings. So if you're angry because your boss has given you a hard time, acknowledge that within yourself, and acknowledge that before you walk in your front door at home. Let's try and leave the anger where it belongs. If that's the one thing that you really work on, that will help. Yeah, and if you're hearing disappointment in yourself about what someone's doing, about what you're doing, disappointment is also something that's really worth working on before it turns into anger. And acknowledge that. So the words that we use and come up a lot, and that I talk about a lot in therapy, is to say, I'm feeling angry. I notice I'm feeling angry. I notice I think my boss is a jerk. I notice I wish that person wouldn't do that. I notice I'm thinking that I've had enough. It's a little step back, practicing linking in with your observer, seeing what's around, what actually is happening. Okay, so if anger is a problem for you, let's work on it, all right? Let me know if you'd like more information about how to manage and handle anger. But it is late tonight, well, late for me. As I said, I had a wonderful evening, and then we had this anger bit at the end, and it's just so important to look at what's going on with that. Okay, thanks for joining me, and I will catch you again tomorrow. Okay.